Imagine for a moment, you're grasping tightly to something that feels like it defines you. A relationship, a job, a dream, or even a grudge. But what if, instead of bringing happiness, this tight grip is what's keeping peace and joy just out of reach? This is the essence of the art of letting go, a practice embraced by Stoic philosophers to achieve inner peace and happiness. Figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus explored this deeply, believing that our attachments and cravings often bring us pain. Letting go, they argued, isn't about giving up on life, but about freeing ourselves from unnecessary suffering. Imagine a life where peace isn't something to be chased, but something you invite simply by loosening your grip. This is a path the Stoics have used for centuries to find enduring contentment and calm. It's a journey that starts with a brutally honest question. What are you holding on to that's actually holding you back? Epictetus put it simply, you are only burdened by what you cling to. Let's dive into how this works. The Stoics teach us that life doesn't come with a guarantee of constant happiness. Instead, we should learn to approach every moment with acceptance. Imagine this. When a storm arrives, a tree doesn't resist the wind. It sways, it bends. It's resilient because it doesn't fight against what it can't control. And that's what the Stoic art of letting go really is. It's learning to accept the things you can't change and to release the mental battles with events and outcomes beyond your control. Think of a time when you lost something, maybe an opportunity, maybe a person. There's an almost instinctive urge to ask, why me? But what if, instead of asking, why me, you reframed it as, what now? The Stoics encourage us to view setbacks as stepping stones, not walls. They teach us that every loss is also an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius would ask himself, how much worse could it be? Not out of pessimism, but as a reminder of the fragility and temporary nature of all things. When you let go of the need for things to be a certain way, you make room for peace. Not because life gets easier, but because you're no longer chained to expectations. To illustrate this, let's consider a story that resonates with many of us. A simple pebble in a shoe. If you've ever had that irritating little stone underfoot, you know it can completely ruin a walk. You might think, I can keep going, it's just a tiny pebble. But as you continue, it digs in deeper, becomes more painful. Isn't it the same with the things we refuse to release in our lives? The Stoics would tell you to stop, take off your shoe, and remove the pebble. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. By letting go of minor irritants or unhelpful attachments, you open yourself to a smoother path forward. Now, this doesn't mean becoming detached from everything. The Stoics weren't about isolation. Instead, they focused on a deep connection with reality. They believed in caring, for people, for principles, for the pursuit of wisdom. But they also knew that nothing in life was ever truly owned. Epictetus used the metaphor of holding a cup. He said, if you like a cup, it's fine to enjoy it. But remember, at any moment it could break. And when it does, remind yourself, it was a cup. I enjoyed it while it lasted. By learning to love things without attaching our peace to them, we free ourselves from pain when they're gone. Letting go also reshapes how we deal with others. How many times do we hold on to a grudge, a slight or resentment towards someone who might not even be aware of it? Seneca advised letting go of anger because, as he saw it, harboring negative feelings only corrodes our own peace. Imagine what life would look like if we stopped replaying arguments in our heads, or if we stopped waiting for apologies. Letting go in this context is about reclaiming our inner calm and not allowing another's actions to dictate our happiness. It's a choice to live with freedom from within, regardless of how others act. And yes, it's easier said than done. Stoic philosophy acknowledges this struggle. It doesn't expect perfection. Marcus Aurelius himself, one of the most respected Stoic figures, faced internal battles daily. But what makes Stoicism powerful isn't the pursuit of flawlessness. It's the relentless pursuit of improvement. Every day you can practice letting go, whether it's small annoyances, unrealistic expectations, or even the pressure to be perfect. You don't need a sweeping transformation. Small acts of release create massive shifts in how you experience life. As we wrap up, let's bring this concept of letting go to one more level: yourself. We carry an internal dialogue filled with self-judgments, past mistakes, and fears about the future. The Stoics teach us to let go of the harsh criticisms we hold against ourselves. Instead of seeing setbacks as personal failures, they encourage us to view them as valuable teachers. When you make peace with your own imperfections, you discover a version of yourself that's free, unchained from past mistakes, unafraid of future failures, and deeply present in each moment. This journey of letting go doesn't have an endpoint. It's a daily practice. But as you take small steps, you'll notice life becoming lighter, more joyful, and filled with a sense of contentment that no amount of external success can offer. If this resonates with you, and you're ready to embrace a life with less burden and more inner peace, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Let's journey together into more insights on how to live with strength, wisdom, and freedom. And if this message spoke to you, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need a reminder today. And remember, letting go is an art that anyone can learn.